neighbours. Everybody needs good neighbours with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbours should be there for one another. That's when good neighbours become good friends.
Cut it out, Mike. Mike, that's a sick joke. I'll get you back for this. Joke's over, Mike. Show yourself if you're game. I'll get you back.
How long did this film run for?
Not all that long. We went back to Cassandra's place afterwards to analyse the film or something. It was a pity.
Why? What happened?
They're carrying on with all this arty rubbish about the film, and I was trying to fit in because of Mike, so I said what I really thought, that it was boring. Well, I'm entitled to my opinion, aren't I?
Let me guess, they sharpened their claws on you.
You bet. Cassandra knew that I was a secretary, and she made it sound like it was funny, like I was stupid or something. Well, that didn't worry me because I wouldn't give 2 cents for any of them. But Mike, he just sat there and let them make fun of me.
Oh, did he now?
Please don't say anything, Daph. This is something I have to sort out on my own.
All right. But you better not bring your stuck-up uni mates round to our house. I've got claws of my own.
Morning.
Hi, Charlene.
Tea and a toasted ham sandwich, thanks.
Uh-huh.
What's that supposed to mean?
Uh-huh. Mother said you wouldn't have the patience to cook and you'd waste your money eating out, that's all.
I haven't had time to buy the groceries, have I?
Take it easy, I'm only teasing.
Yeah, sorry. Didn't get much sleep last night.
Ah, neither did I. Never mind, breakfast coming up.
Got a bone to pick with your precious boyfriend?
What?
Trying to freak me out at the caravan last night.
I agree what we did when we left was pretty silly, but it's
Well, what about what he did later on? Rattling the doors, banging on the walls, disconnecting the power.
Mike did that?
Yeah, just after 11 o'clock last night. I didn't get to sleep for hours. Wasn't until this morning I found out where he disconnected the power.
Are you sure about the time?
Well, what difference does that make?
Well, if it was before midnight, Mike was with me. And I'm not just protecting him, honestly.
Yeah?
You saying you were terrorised last night?
I just took it for granted it was Mike.
Have you told the police or have you told your mum?
Are you kidding?
Jane said it wasn't a prank. Now, you've got to take it seriously. If some creep knows you're in that caravan, you can't just stay there.
Hey, it's not that big a deal. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but it was probably just a stray dog or something. Daph, please don't mention it to Mum. She'll use any excuse to haul me back home. Please?
Another secret, eh? All right. But Jane, you'll have to tell Paul. If someone is wandering around Lassiter's at night, he has to know.
Plenty of girls live by themselves. If I freak out after one night, I'm not much good, am I?
Is this the equivalent of the Vienna peace talks?
She asked me to tell you she won't be in today. She said that Jane should take any bookings for home, James.
So she sent you. I have, of course, invented a little thing called the telephone.
Your grandmother's upset, Paul.
Dad, she's had all night to get over it. Now, whose side are you on?
She's embarrassed, that's all. And she didn't want a painting sent to the MacArthur Committee. She feels double-crossed. I'm not saying I agree with her. I'm just saying give her time.
So you're on my side?
On this occasion, yes.
That's a turn out for the books.
I think you're trying to help your grandmother get her confidence back, and in time she'll realise that.
So how are things at home?
Chilly.
Well, maybe... Oh. Paul Robinson. Yeah, I'll hold on. You may be interested in this. It's Rosemary ringing from New York. Maybe Gran's been in touch with her already.
Come in, Helen. Have a seat.
Thank you, Des. I'm sorry to turn up like this without an appointment.
Oh, no problem. Now, would you like a cup of tea?
No, thank you.
Oh, you see, the cup of tea bit is part of my new policy, the friendly bank.
Ah, nice idea.
What can I do for you?
I need a loan.
Sure, that should be no problem. Now, what do you need it for?
Well, the Daniels Corporation holds nearly half of the shares of my limousine company, and I want to buy them out.
James?
Yes.
But, I mean, isn't Paul a partner?
Well, that's part of the reason. I want my company back.
What sort of loan are we talking about?
Approximately $100,000. I want the money quickly, Des.
Helen, this is a bit complicated.
Well, you have all the facts in front of you. I mean, the business is performing well.
How'd you come up with the figure of $100,000?
Well, Rosemary has already agreed to accept that amount.
And if you... when you get the other shares, do you plan to run the business yourself?
Yes.
Look, Helen, if you're not being forced to do this, well, it's my duty as your bank manager to advise you that you'd be better off keeping the company partly owned by the Daniels Corporation. It's a natural protection against bad times.
I want Paul's hands off my company. Can we please keep this on a business level?
All right. In that case, I'll give you the bottom line. The hire car field is highly competitive, and the risk factor is considerable. If you're determined to manage home James by yourself, well, the bank can't loan you any money. If I put this proposal to the loans committee, they'll reject it out of hand. I'm sorry, Helen.
Don't be. I'll get the money.
So much for the friendly bank.
She's going ahead with it.
What?
Rosemary, she's going to sell Gran her shares back.
Well, why didn't you let me talk to Rosemary? At least put forward some sort of argument.
Oh, how could I argue? She's as mad as hell and she's blaming me for the whole thing.
Phew, it didn't take Helen long. I didn't realise she was that upset.
I think I should go and talk to her then.
No offence, mate, but that'll just make things worse. I'll do the talking.
Dad, I wouldn't worry too much. Rosemary's selling those shares, not giving them away. Well, Gran can't raise that kind of money.
Don't you count on it.
Charlene, hang on. How's it going?
Thought you weren't talking to me.
You're not the only one who's allowed to be temperamental, you know. You on your lunch break?
As soon as I drop this in at the garage.
My share.
Well, thanks all the same, but I'm meeting Warren at the coffee shop.
Warren mind if your big brother tags along?
Don't be silly.
Not me, I'll give you a lift to the garage.
Am I supposed to treat this as an apology?
Brothers aren't perfect. I didn't like you moving out. I still don't. I haven't got the right to give you a hard time about it.
Thanks. I need all the support I can get.
I should have apologised yesterday, then I could have come to your moving in party.
Mike and Jane dropped around, that's all. Wasn't a party.
Sad way to spend your first night of independence on your own.
I don't mind being on my own. I can hack it.
Whatever you say.
Don't waste your breath, my mind's made up.
When have I ever tried to change your mind about anything? I am entitled to know why.
Well, because I have an ego like everybody else. You and Paul are so proud of your businesses. Well, I used to be just as proud of my paintings. They're a symbol of my self-esteem.
Aren't they still?
How can they be? Chris Wilton virtually told me I had nothing to contribute to the art world at all. So now I have to find myself something more useful. My business is all I have. Well, I must have some talent for that.
And this has got nothing to do with trying to get back at Paul. Sure that's not part of it?
No, of course not. But I just refuse to be patronised. I don't know what he thought he was doing, sending that painting off behind my back.
And where are you going to get the money to buy back the shares?
I'll get it somehow.
Have you spoken to Des about it?
It's none of your business, Jim.
Des turned you down, didn't he? So now you're going to go to some loan company who'll break you with interest rates and take your company away from you when you can't pay up.
I've people to see.
Helen!
Well, I still think you should be at home instead of stuck out in that caravan.
Look, give me a chance to prove I can manage. Come to dinner tonight.
You're cooking. Mm-hmm. No offence, Charlene.
Go on, there's heaps of room. You can even stay if you want to.
Count me out. I've had enough tiny little rooms.
Hey, look, if you want some company tonight, Charlene, I don't mind staying over.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear you say that, Warren.
Oh, hey, hang on. I never meant, you know. Look, I mean, she's allowed to have friends, isn't she?
Henry.
I'm just looking after your reputation. Listen, if you're that desperate for company, I will come over tonight.
I was just going to cook dinner, that's all. It's no big deal.
How long's your lunch break?
Until 1.
Look, I wouldn't mind staying in the caravan if it's all right with your brother.
My brother can pull his head in.
Warren? One sandwich, one thick shake. I said I'd shout Charlene, not you.
Oh, yeah. It's truth, I nearly forgot, Henry. Yeah, keep the change, mate.
Come on.
That's the correct weight there.
Oh, thanks.
Did Charlene tell you about last night?
No, why?
She had a prowler.
Lauren, can you give me a hand?
Yeah, sure. Hey, that's great in there. There's heaps of room. Did you do most of it up?
I haven't really started yet, but I got a point to prove. This place is going to be great. Might even make a garden.
Yeah, well, any help you need. He doesn't have much trust in people, does he?
Don't be so paranoid. Change your mind about dinner.
Well, there's a rumour going around that you didn't have much fun last night.
Who told you?
Never mind who told me. Is it true?
I just got the first night jitters, that's all. Well, I didn't want to tell you because I knew you'd just laugh at me. No one came near the place, Henry. Honest, I was the only one here.
Since when did you take up smoking?
What does that prove?
Yeah, I mean, someone emptied their car ashtray.
Well, have a look at them. They're fresh. Now, why would someone empty their ashtray down here? It's a fair way from the road. Now, someone smoked these very recently. You know what I reckon they were doing, Charlene? They were watching you. What are we going to do about it? Oh, stray dog, was it? Sure, stray dogs shut the power off and smoke cigarettes. They do it all the time. Perfectly natural.
Lay off.
But you can't stay here.
What happened to the big apology at lunchtime?
That was before I knew what was going on.
Look, Henry, I reckon...
Stay out of this, Warren.
You leave him alone.
All I'm saying is that you should get out until we find who's doing this. Now, you can shout and scream all you like, but the fact is you're just taking a stupid risk.
He's just worried about you. I meant that about staying the night. I mean, you know, not to make a move or anything, just so as you won't be scared. I bet you don't believe me.
Not much. I'm not saying no because I don't trust you. But if I need bodyguards around, I might as well take Henry's advice and move back home.
Great. I do her a favour by renting her the caravan, and then I turn out to be the local nursemaid.
Well, I checked up, and if anything happens, you could be held legally responsible.
All right. You can tell Daphne I'll get the security company to keep an eye out. But if this turns out to be a permanent attack of female hysteria, Charlene's out.
She's not the type. That was a pretty sexist comment.
Hey, enough of the women's lib. I'm copying enough from my grandmother as it is. Well, speaking of the devil, or should I say the devil's advocate?
Hey?
It's all right. What's the word?
Not good. Well, I sympathise with her about her paintings, but this home James business is getting ridiculous. She is prepared to go to any lengths to raise the money to buy you out. She's going to crucify herself financially.
Yeah, well, I talked to Darius, and he's not going to lend her the money.
Not every financial institution has the ethics of the Pacific Bank. Listen, I've been thinking. Helen simply wants to be her own boss, completely. Suppose you bought her out. Then she could start another business if she wants to.
Dad, I can't do that. That'd be like admitting I can't fix things with my own grandmother. I want us to come out of this a family again.
I suppose you're right.
You know, I don't regret submitting that painting. I did it because I care about her and I want to help her. I still think I did the right thing.
What about if you just pretended that you wanted to buy her out instead? All you'd really be buying is time, and you can drag the paperwork out as long as you like. Helen knows this is wrong. Given time, she'll admit it.
Well, if you think it'll work.
How are things at the office?
Oh, it's a real mess.
Don't tell me, I don't want to know.
Sorry.
I'm not having a go at you. Just annoyed at some of the other people around here at the moment. Especially Mike. He had no right to put you through all that last night.
Oh, I've forgotten about that. Hey, you're not only looking at a secretary, but a potential business administrator. I just hope Gal can talk Paul into helping out with my tuition fees. This course is going to cost heaps.
Why shouldn't Paul go along with it?
I don't know. Maybe he doesn't think I'm good enough or something.
You need about 14 gallons of self-confidence.
Oh, it's funny. Finishing year 12 was like climbing a mountain. I thought everything was going to be wonderful at the other side. But since leaving school, I'm just not sure of anything. I guess school felt pretty safe compared to the rest of the world. And, well, I'm sure Mike's having the same problems.
That's no excuse for him going cross-eyed over a bunch of new friends at your expense.
Well, that's why I don't want you to say anything. I mean, he'll adjust. He's got to study with those people, so of course he's got to make new friends. I'm the one who has to fit in. And I will too, you wait.
I'm in the kitchen. Dinner's going to be late. Couldn't be helped. What's he doing here?
Come round to sort a few things out, Gran. Would you mind putting the hammer down first, though?
Say what you have to say.
Can we do this in a civilised manner?
Dad, this is between Gran and I. I just came to say I'm sorry. Gran, I never meant to hurt you, ever. You're my grandmother and I love you.
Paul, you think that words can solve everything. I'm sorry. Your usual band-aid.
I mean it.
Some things can't be taken back once they're done.
Well, it's clear you don't want to work with me anymore. So I've come round to offer to buy you out.
Buy me out? Oh, that's wonderful. You don't just stick the knife in, you twist it as well. I started that business, Paul.
Yeah, but you're the one that wants the break. And you can't afford to buy us out.
Watch me.
Oh? And how are you going to raise the money? At what interest? 30, 40% maybe? In 6 months, you're not going to have a business, Gran. You're crazy.
Crazy, am I? Now who's showing their true colours? You talk about love. You've lost every person who offered you the faintest semblance of love because you don't know the meaning of the word. Well, don't look at me. You brought him here.
This is my home, and he's my son.
I had enough shouting for one day.
Well, I haven't. I have had all the selfish, narrow-minded nonsense I can take. Things I never thought I'd hear from you. You say that Paul's done things that can never be undone. Well, you said things to that boy you can never take back. You used to be the force that held this family together. Now you're not just intent on destroying yourself through a bout of self-pity I find very difficult to understand. You're threatening all of us. Well, I won't let that happen. Do what you like. I won't try and stop you. You are on your own.